Hello and welcome to GC360. I'm Joby Peoples.
And I'm Cole Rogers. Wi-Fi. We don't just like it, we rely on it. The problem? Here at Georgia College, it doesn't always work, but officials say change is coming. GC360's Kenzie Morgan has the story.
Georgia College's Wi-Fi network was built 7 or 8 years ago, and a lot has changed in technology since. For one thing, we've seen an explosion in mobile devices. There are more students on campus too, and students say Wi-Fi coverage is spotty. Sometimes connections are good, other times not. The university says a fix is coming.
We're moving the wireless network from a network that's about coverage to a network that's about density.
To do that, Serve is shutting down the GCSU Guest Wireless and making the Open Campus network the only one available. Next summer, a secured GCSU Wireless is scheduled to come on stream, in addition to the Open network. During the reconstruction period, technical staff will try to fix a problem that is causing a lot of bad reception.
But if you take your laptop and you just close it and you walk around the building, it may keep you attached to that AP, right? So now you're 100 feet away and you're still attached to that AP, but there's another one that's real close to you.
Why haven't the changes been made sooner?
And we want to provide everybody with the right level of service and change things and do things better. We also don't want to burden the students with more and more fees and more costs.
Orr says major system changes like this one take time. He says tech services also have been short-staffed.
Had to be honest with you, we're a small staff. I like to say we're small, but we're feisty. But we just had too many balls in the air at once.
The university believes modern technology is vital in providing good education for students. But the price tag isn't pocket money.
Our wired infrastructure, which supports everything, it's the wired infrastructure, even the wireless access points have a wire going to them. We have about $1.5 million investment in our wired.
Orr believes that the Wi-Fi will have to be upgraded every 5 years.
So we've asked for $300,000 to support the wired environment, so we can plan a steady upgrade and replacement of equipment.
The internet provider GC works with is Cisco.
They're actually going to feature us as one of their spotlight campuses, along with Georgia Tech. We will truly have one of the best networks in the state, I would say.
That's when the upgrade is done. For now, students who have problems with the Wi-Fi are recommended to call Serve for assistance. This is Kenzie Morgan reporting for GC360.
It's long been a dangerous eyesore, and now the pedestrian bridge over Hancock Street, a few blocks west of Georgia College campus, will be removed. Starting Thursday, a portion of the street will be closed so that demolition work can proceed. The Georgia College Department of Transportation estimates that Hancock Street will be closed through Monday. Drivers are asked to use extra caution and reduce speed between Pickens and Irwin Street. Follow the detour signs. You may see flagmen directing traffic.
Georgia College welcomes some Misters onto its campus. They're part of a new program with a meaningful goal. Our reporter Shayna Vinnick brings us more on the story.
Call Me Mister is a new program that aims to inspire men of diverse backgrounds to become teachers.
Honestly, we have a chance to make history with this program. There are some other similarly mission programs within the state that have similar missions here. But we are, again, the only Call Me Mr. licensed institution, so we're excited about that.
And Georgia College is looking for qualified undergraduates to apply. The idea is to recruit and train students from underrepresented backgrounds to become transformational teachers and mentors. The GC program is directed by Emmanuel Little, who also heads minority retention at the college. Mr. stands for Mentors Instructing Students Towards Effective Role Models. Interested GC students have until February 1st to apply. The application form is on the Georgia College website. You'll need a copy of your acceptance letter to Georgia College, a resume, and 2 letters of recommendations. Call Me Mr. was founded at Clemson University and serves students at 18 colleges in South Carolina and 8 partner institutions, including Georgia College. This is Shayna Vennick reporting for GC360.
Coming up after the break,
the party that fills the downtown streets once a year. Deep Roots sinks its tentacles deeper into Milledgeville. Stay with us for a full report.
Over 13 million people are affected by famine, war, and drought in the Horn of Africa.
When you hear about suffering on this scale, you feel powerless.
But there's hope, because saving lives doesn't take a lot.
It just takes a lot of us.
Text a donation of $10, but do more than donate. Forward the facts to everyone you know.
Forward from our site.
Forward on Facebook.
And forward on Twitter.
We are the relief.
Welcome back, Bobcats. Deep Roots was last weekend, and I think I can speak for everyone when I say it was a total success. The concerts were so much fun, and all the bands were super excited to be there. Naturally, GC360 was there. Reporter Benedict Esposito has our report.
It was one of the biggest days of the year in Milledgeville. Downtown was closed to traffic for the 11th annual Deep Roots Festival. The area once again became filled with fun for the whole family. Maybe someone in the family liked old cars. Deep Roots had it. Or maybe someone had a craving for barbecue. Or just good old festival food. The kids could jump and climb in the kids zone, while mom and dad could look at the merchandise being sold. And let's not forget, Milledgeville is full of college students, which means cornhole and music was aplenty. Artists began hitting the stage at 3. The festival had typical items for sale, and not so typical. There was a flash mob performance by the cast of the upcoming Georgia College production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show on October 31st. One of the performances was by the Swing Club Association. Alex Johnston and Victoria Allen were partners. We asked them their thoughts on Deep Roots as a whole.
I love it.
I think it's really great that the community all comes together.
Yeah.
With clear blue skies and temperatures in the upper 70s, the day could not have been more fitting for downtown Milledgeville to show why it was named a Great American Main Street this year. For GC360, I'm Benedict Esposito.
Yeah! Deep Roots!
Deep Roots may be a hard act to follow, but Cure GC is giving it a try, with a worthy cause. Cure is an organization here on campus that raises funds so that children in Africa can get the surgeries that they need. Cure is hosting a Spirit Night at Firehouse Subs tonight from 5 to 8. Come out and get a sub for a really good cause.
That sounds fun. Another fun thing for you to check out this week is Acoustic Night in Blackbird downtown. This event happens every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. in the basement of Blackbird. It is a really great way to see the talent that we locally have here in Milledgeville.
Caitlin, no doubt fall is here, and I am loving it.
Oh my goodness, the weather and the leaves and the pumpkin spice, I love it all.
Caitlin and I got curious about what fall traditions students favor. We went out on front campus and found these 4 ladies.
My favorite fall tradition is going to the Apple Festival in LOJ, Georgia with my mom. And we get lots of good food and meet lots of really cool people with their own local businesses.
My favorite fall tradition is going to Uncle Shuck's corn maze. And it's super fun. We sometimes they have a scary one towards Halloween, and I get like a chocolate-covered banana, and it's really yummy. Yay, fall.
My favorite fall tradition is going to the mountains in North Georgia with my family, and we just bond with each other and kind of have a good time and just be with each other.
My favorite fall tradition is going to the pumpkin patch with my family and getting pumpkins and then carving them and baking the seeds.
My favorite fall tradition is going to fall festivals.
I'm Caitlin.
It is Parker. Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite fall tradition?
My favorite fall tradition is Thanksgiving. I really enjoy Thanksgiving. It's actually my favorite holiday of the entire year because I really enjoy just getting together with my whole family. I think it's a great day to kind of slow down from life and get together with family, eat some delicious food, and just spend an entire day with those that you love the most, enjoying some food, football, family, all that good stuff. So Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday out of the year, is definitely my favorite fall tradition.
My fall tradition is going to Starbucks and getting a pumpkin spice latte.
You go, girl. A hair massacre went down in front campus early Monday afternoon. The Wesley Foundation, an organization on campus, put this event on. Students could sign up to get a $7 haircut by a professional hairdresser, and all proceeds went to breast cancer awareness. Some even donated as much as 8 inches of their hair. Another event that the Wesley Foundation is putting on this week is Get Up and Glow, a glow-in-the-dark 5K. A minimum $10 donation is needed to run the race, and all proceeds go to Wellspring Living and Crossroads Pregnancy Center here in Milledgeville. The race will start at the quad in between Foundation and Parkhurst. Check out the event on Facebook for more info.
Next week, we will bring in a testimonial from Bobcats Meet, the Facebook group created by our very own Caitlin Mead. If you want to be on our show with your unique story, send it in at caitlin.mead@bobcats.gcsu.edu, and be sure to tune in next week to see who is chosen.
Yes, we are very excited about that. But on another note, iconic fashion designer Oscar de la Renta passed away Monday. CNN reports the cause of death is unclear. He'd been diagnosed with cancer in 2006 and he was 82 years old. He will definitely be greatly missed. In honor of him, tweet us your favorite Oscar de la Renta design at GC360.
Well, come on, man.
Hello and welcome to this edition of GC360 Sports, which will include stats and scores from all your favorite teams in the Milledgeville area. Later we'll take a look inside the Bobcat Rugby Club and how they prepared for the Deep Roots tournament this weekend. But first, I'll begin by talking about Georgia College sports. The GC women's soccer team went on a road trip to take on the defending Peach Belt Conference champions at Armstrong State University. The Bobcats were outmatched by the Pirates, losing 5-0 in a game that was tied for only 17 minutes. The Bobcats fall to 3-10-1 on the season and 1-7 in the Peach Belt Conference. The team will travel to the University of Montevallo on Saturday to take on the Falcons. In other Georgia College sports news, the GC women's volleyball team took on 2 Florida schools this weekend. First, they played a PBC matchup against the Flagler College Saints, and then they competed against the number 16 ranked team in the country, the Palm Beach Atlantic University Sailfish. While the Bobcats scored at least 18 points in each matchup, the team lost both contests in straight sets 3-0. The Bobcats fall to 7-14 overall and 2-10 in the conference. The volleyball team is gearing up to host a Dig Pink event to promote breast cancer awareness. Awareness at the Centennial Center on Saturday at 2 p.m. The match will also serve as the first senior day in the program's short 2-year history, so be sure to come out and show your support for the Bobcats and this great cause. The GMC Bulldogs hosted the Atlanta Sports Academy on Saturday here in Milledgeville. The Bulldogs destroyed the competition 63-0 in what turned out to be a rout on GMC's Military Appreciation Day. The team never looked back after scoring in the first 5 minutes of the game. The Bulldogs improved to 4-4 on the year and will take on Arkansas Baptist College on Saturday in Little Rock, Arkansas. And now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, the announcement of this week's Stellar Standout. GC360's Stellar Standout of the Week award goes to Tyler Herman, the starting quarterback for GMC. He led his team to victory by throwing 2 touchdown passes and rushing for 1 as well in their game against Atlanta Sports Academy. After his performance Saturday, he has passed for 20 touchdowns on the season. So congratulations, Tyler, on being this week's Stellar Standout. Now back to the Bobcat Rugby Club. They played in the Dirty Deep Roots tournament this weekend on the West Campus of Georgia College. GC360's Mallory Stinson has more on the team.
Day by day, we get better and better. We get better and better. Till we can't be beat. Till we can't be beat. Won't be beat.
The Bobcats Rugby Club has been preparing for the 2014 Dirty Deep Roots tournament. We talked to a few members of the team about what they are expecting from the tournament.
Winning. I mean, we're playing pretty tough teams, so I think we have a good chance at winning that.
I think we're prepared. It's a small tournament. We're playing some friendly teams, and this isn't their first time out on the field. We've got a lot of rookies, but they're showing some heart, and they've played a little bit before, so I think we'll do well.
We spoke with rookie Dylan Tanner about what the team has been doing to prepare for the tournament.
I mean, we've been doing typical drills, mainly working on our hands to catch. That's kind of been our problem in most games so far. Hitting and all that's not really a big problem, so we've been going more on fast pace and making sure we got each other's back.
Supporting each other is key to the team's success. Having each other's back starts with building relationships. Team members talk about their favorite aspect of joining the BRC.
Definitely the camaraderie. You know, we beat each other up on the field and come off and drink and laugh about it. We hate each other for 80 minutes and we come off the field and we're best friends.
But my favorite part about it is just the fact that they're like your brothers. They look out for you, and playing rugby has actually been like the funnest sport I've ever played.
The players love being in the club. We talked to a couple members about what made them decide to become part of the team.
My roommate actually was on the club the first year. He said, just come try it out. I played soccer my whole life. Not really a contact sport, but I thought I would try it out.
Well, my stepdad played rugby, and he kind of called me out in front of the team. But I was like, all right, I got to do it now.
As you can see, the members of the Bobcat Rugby Club are very excited not only about the Dirty Deep Roots tournament, but also about playing together for the rest of the season. The BRC practices on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 5:30 to 7:30. If you are interested in joining, they are always accepting new members. I'm Mallory Stinson, reporting for GC360.
All I've got for sports this week here on GC360. Now back to Joby on the anchor desk.
Coming up on GC360, zombies spotted in Milledgeville. That story right after the break.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
In 1977, in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already outplaying him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. The odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. Ernie Els encourages you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Last Friday night, sneaker-wearing zombies were seen roaming the grounds of Central State Hospital, but no need to prepare for an apocalypse. It was all for a good cause. GC360's Julia Ward brings us the story.
Central State Hospital is scary enough, but add some zombies and fake blood to the mix, and you have the second annual Thriller 5K. On Friday night, runners braved the spookiness and joined Zeta Tau Alpha and the young professionals of Milledgeville for a scary good time and an even better cause. The Zeta Tau Alpha sorority at Georgia College teamed up with the young professionals of Milledgeville to raise money for the Breast Cancer Research Fund and Keeping Baldwin Beautiful.
I wanted to partner with young professionals because they get a lot of support from the community in Milledgeville, and we get a lot of support from Georgia College. So we figured if we came together, we would have double the support, and we ended up having over 300 people register.
For several of the race participants, the Breast Cancer Research Fund is a cause that runs close to their hearts.
Well, I'm a Zeta, so I don't know, my mom had breast cancer and passed away from it, so I joined Zeta, and now I'm here. And this is my mom's best friend, so she came to support me.
Proceeds from the Thriller 5K are being donated to breast cancer research to further efforts of finding a cure, as well as funding monthly litter cleanups around town by Keeping Baldwin Beautiful.
We use those to plan and execute our monthly litter cleanups, whether it's on the sides of the road in Baldwin County, or just like last month and in the month of June, we do river cleanups where we get volunteers to go down the river and pick up trash out of there.
With Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Halloween both being in October, the abandoned Central State Hospital was the perfect location for the race, especially with the help of some bloody zombies. Over 300 people from the Milledgeville-Baldwin community laced up their running shoes and joined in on the fun. This is Julia Ward reporting for GC360.
Classrooms, offices, labs, these are things you'd expect to find on a college campus, but you might not expect to find a museum tucked right underneath the classrooms of Hurdy Hall. GC360's Katie Riggs has the story.
Many of us Bobcats know Hurdy Hall as the second home to biology and physics majors. But did you know it is also home to the Natural History Museum, containing over 100,000 specimens?
And we actually have the largest collection of Badlands fossils east of the Mississippi River.
Located on the ground floor of Hurdy, the museum serves as a classroom supplement for biology and biodiversity classes, but also for nearly 200 visitors a week, according to Ashley Quinn, collections manager. The museum's interpreter explains.
And we're plugged in pretty good with a lot of classes here at GCSU, as well as in the public school system in Baldwin and some of the surrounding counties as well.
In fact, Dr. Jocelyn says the museum sees over 4,000 elementary students every year.
We get every student in Baldwin County, when they're a kindergartner, they come back in 3rd grade and they come back in 6th grade.
The museum follows evolutionary history.
Our collection has over 100,000 specimens in our teaching collection, and so what's in the museum is just a fraction of what we have in our holding. So we're always changing exhibits as well. So even if you've been once, don't think you've been there and done that. You can always come back and see us again, because we're always putting in new things and swapping things out.
In addition to changing exhibits, the Natural History Museum is also celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. The museum had humble beginnings as an extension of paleontology work done by a few professors in South Dakota. Now it's a spot on campus with a wealth of interesting artifacts. The museum is open every weekday from 9 to 4, and every student is encouraged to make a visit. For GC360, this has been Katie Riggs.
Georgia College buildings are known by their names, but where do these names come from? GC360's Sarah Ziegler brings us back in time to learn about the man behind the name in this week's GC History Minute.
Dr. Marvin McTeer Parks served as the president of Georgia Normal and Industrial College from 1905 to 1926. He first joined the GNIC staff in 1903 as a professor of pedagogy and took over as president in 1905 when Dr. Chappell stepped down due to illness. One of the main goals of Dr. Parks was to remove ties with the University of Georgia to create a sense of independence as a women's college from a men's college. Dr. Parks achieved this goal and created 4-year degree programs in economics, English, math, art, science, recreation, and music. Under his authority, the name of the institution changed to Georgia State College for Women in 1922. President Parks tragically passed away in 1926 when he was hit by a car in Tampa, Florida. His body was returned to Milledgeville and he's buried in Memory Hill Cemetery. There are 2 buildings on the Georgia College campus that were built in Dr. Parks' honor. Parks Hall houses the administrative offices and the office of the president, and Parks Memorial Hall is for the School of Nursing. That's your Georgia College Minute. I'm Michelle Dubin.
All right, now that is pretty neat to have a building named after you. So Cole, what do you think that your building would be if there were one named after you?
Well, I kind of half have one. You know, Kohl's,
really?
The clothing store. You know,
okay.
It's everywhere. It's spelled differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably like some sports stuff in a store after, you know, Cole Building.
Yeah.
Cole Rogers Building.
Do you remember that store named P. Bulls? It was like an off-brand, like goodies sort of thing, but it was like a clothing store.
No.
And there was one in my hometown, Monroe, which is like super small, so you probably wouldn't know about it. But it was like P-E-E-B-L-E-S, and my name is P-E-E-P-L-E-S. So everyone would be like, oh my God, does your family own that store? And I'd be like, no, it's not even spelled the same. Like, stop asking
I would
me.
say yeah.
No, but yeah.
Just like, yeah, we own it.
Yeah, well, yeah, totally. But then people would still spell my name wrong, which would probably annoy me. But anyway, that's all for this week's episode of GC360. I'm Joby Peoples.
And I'm Cole Rogers. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.